Hey guys, it's DarudeLeafStorm here, and I'm here with JJDL Week 2. This week we are taking on Star and their Pocket Monster University. Now, I am doing a team builder this week, and I think I'm going to do these for the foreseeable. I can't lie, this week's been pretty manic, pretty crazy for me. So I'm getting around to it now. I am going to work on some layouts. I think that's definitely what I want to focus on in the next coming weeks. Obviously, this is fine, what we got going on. You know, it's cute. We got the teams. But I want something a bit more, just a bit cleaner, you know? I think, why not, right? Why not? So we'll work on it. We'll have a little look at what we've got, any resources we may have, and hopefully we could upgrade a little bit. I'm not going to promise anything because, like I say, this layout works. It gets the job done, and it's fine. But I do want to kind of experiment and see what we can do. And obviously, JJDL, it's a content creator league, so it's all about upgrading our content. Like I say, though, we are going to sit for this week, just as it's been a busy one for myself, to be honest with you. A lot of birthdays, a lot of stuff going on this week. This week. So, I mean, this month as a whole, to be honest with you. But anyway, we're here with JJDL Week 2. We picked up a 3-0 win last week against J-Bear in a very offensive game. It lasted like 15 minutes and it was just us trading. It was wild. This week, I don't think it's going to be that though. So this week we're taking on Star. As you can see, my team on the left, Star's team on the right. Obviously I've got Darkrai, Urshifu, Ogerpon Halflame, Ursaluna, Monkey Dory, Fori, Florges, Vape, Vikavolt, Mischievous, and Vullaby. So I've got Pull, Kingambit, Swampert, Screentail, Moltres, Dunsparce, Keldeo, Torn, and Venomoth. So when I first looked at this matchup, Calm Mind, Keldeo plus Tera Tornadus is very scary for my team to deal with. I think Tornadus in general, Tera Flying is so solid here. I think it could be Scarfed, I think it could be Specs, I think it could be Nasty Plot. Honestly, like it genuinely, any set is really good into my team. So I'm not too sure what to expect out of that. I'm expecting Scream to come. I'm expecting it to be Helmet. I think it makes sense. Other than that, the rest of the team can kind of be floated around a little bit. I think Pult's going to come because it's Pult, but I don't necessarily think it has an amazing matchup into my team. I think it's fine. I don't think it's out of this world by any means. And then Pert, I think, will probably come. I can see it. Gambit, I'm actually a little bit scared of, even though I've got Ursaluna. It's still something to be wary of. I also think the Dunsparce is pretty solid here. I think not a lot of my mons can kind of kill it in one hit, and obviously with it being Tera too. However, I think Tera definitely goes to Tornadus this week. So we're going to get into the team that I brought. And we'll go through it. We'll have a little look. So first up, we have Monkey Dory. I'm bringing Tera Electric this week. This is my Tornadus answer, both defensively and offensively, really. Rocking the AV with Toxic Chain. Got Sludge Bomb, Tera Blast, Psyshock, and Grass Knot. Sludge Wave, Psyshock. I mean, this coverage, just in general, hits everything on Star's team. It's actually got a really solid matchup this week. And yeah, Monkey's been really putting in work. So, and I think he'll do the same this week. I think it has a really solid matchup to claim some sneaky KOs. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for this. Obviously, depending on what the Dunsparce set is, whether it's Fizz Def or Speed Def, we can kind of deal with it that way. Potentially get a Toxic Chain off and then go from there. And that would be really, really solid into it. We're rocking 104 defense, 180 special attack, 96 def, and 128 speed. The 104 defense, I believe, was to be able to take a... Oh, gosh, I can't remember now. I built this team a little minute ago. I believe it was to take a Gambit, Animan, Sucker Punch once it's like full, like the Supreme Overlord is at like 5. I can't really remember, to be honest with you. Anyway, so we're rocking. I just threw some bulk in there. It definitely meant something whilst I was team building. I honestly cannot remember for the life of me what it was now. maybe I need to start writing notes on my teams, but yeah, 180 special attack basically means I can near enough 2-hit KO everything on Star's team. There's not a lot he really wants to switch into this mon. It's really, really solid here. So yeah, I'm excited for Tera, Munkidori. However, if Tornadus is there, I probably am going to have to lead with it and try and get my Tera off. So we shall see how that goes. But next up, we have got Fortress rocking the Rocky Helmet this week with Sturdy, Stealth Rock Spikes, Body Press, and Dragapult. The one thing that I saw on Star's team is he has no removal, which is really solid for something like Fori. I think Fori overall doesn't have a great time setting up hazards, as a whole. But if I can get some up on cheeky switch-ins, then yeah, it's really solid. Like if he brings Gambit, Fori can wall that mon to infinity, so I can kind of set up my hazards versus that mon, as well as Scream if he's not Flamethrower. So yeah, as well as the Dunsparce if he's not like Fire Blast, Flamethrower, anything like that. So, you know, Fortress looks okay this week. It looks fine. It's here to do a job, get up hazards, so, and check King Gambit. So if Gambit's not there, I can kind of sack it for a hazard, which will be really solid. Yeah, Rush rocking near enough max HP, max defense, Body Press and Dragapult as our 2 offensive moves. I think overall a really solid set this week. Next up, we got Ursaluna rocking Flame Orb Guts this week with Headlong Rush, Facade, Ice Punch, and Gunk Shot. We're rocking 40 attack with Animate Nature, as that 2-hit KOs everything on his team with this mon, if not OHKOs it. So it's a very solid set. 160 defense, 204 speed def, and 104 speed. I believe the speed is there for Defensive Swampert. Yeah, Defensive Swampert, I believe. So yeah, really solid set. And you'll see why I'm not running HP investment in the next couple of picks. But yeah, I mean, this mon just claims one. I was gonna run sub on it, however, sub plus the Flame Orb, it's a lot of damage, right? So even though sub I think is really solid in this matchup, I think, like I say, trying to take as little chip on this mon as possible is definitely going to help. But it's not the end of the world, as we are bringing Florges this week. We are rocking Alluring Voice, Baton Pass, Synthesis and Wish with Leftovers. We got Synthesis and Wish on this mon. I didn't really want to run Protect. I kind of needed the momentum with BP. And Alluring Voice, honestly, is the only move I really need versus Star's team. I mean, Moltres I'm not going to touch anyway. And like, obviously, I hit King Gambit. I hit everything else. The only other mon is Venomoth, but yeah, do I really want to stay in versus Venomoth? Probably not. So, and if Alluring Voice, if he sets for QD, I get the confusion on it. So, oh wait, Shield Dust actually, right? Yeah, so it won't get the confusion. So, anyway, I have Munkidori, which is AV, so I'm not too stressed about Venomoth. But yeah, rocking Leftovers for the residual recovery, for the extra recovery. Rocking max HP for the big wishes, 100 speed def with Sassy Nature to try and take on Torn a bit better. Running 0 speed IVs to get the slow BPs out into Ursaluna. So that's the kind of vibe of this team this week. And rocking 160 special attack. This is enough to, I believe, to it KO Keldeo after it set up a Calm Mind. So yeah, big. Next up, we have got Vape with Leftovers, Water Absorb, Flip Turn, Roar, Wish, and Protect. Honestly, this was a last minute bring. I was going to bring Vape anyway. I just didn't know what 4 moves to bring. So I ended up going with these 4. I thought if I could get hazards up and start roaring things out, that would be huge. Rocking near enough, max HP, max defense, Relaxed Nature with the 8 speed def. Just to kind of take on Keldeo. I believe I never get 2-hit KO by Spec Secret Sword. So, unless like Rocks or Up, I think I can get 2-hit KO'd. But other than that, I do not get 2-hit KO by Keldeo's Secret Sword, which is nice if he specs. So yeah, this is kind of my Keldeo check this week. Again, fat wishes from this mon. I've got enough speed to underspeed the Dunsparce, I believe, or Swampert. I think it might just be Swampert. Might have enough speed for like 0 speed to done. So yeah, I think this mon is fine. I don't think it's gonna really do much as like a kind of final mon, but I think it's good to support Ursaluna. So yeah, you know, that's kind of my game plan this week. Lastly, we have got Darkrai. We are bringing Knockoff, Sucker Punch, Focus Blast, and Thunder Wave. We've got 100 attack, 68 defense, 196 speed def with 144 speed Jolly. So I really tossed up between what to bring in this final slot. I think it could have gone to a lot of mons. However, when I was team building with Finley actually, in the call, I got in my head of Thunder Wave Darkrai, and I thought the speed tier's really solid into his team. Now, the one thing I did not think of, to be honest with you, is the thought of Swampert being the switch, and I thought of like Scream, the Dun, even Keldeo. You know what I mean? Like Keldeo can switch into it depending on what set he is. So I didn't really think about Pert, to be honest with you, but we shall see. Sucker Punch is good for the priority if he is Scarf Torn. Knockoff's good to knock off Boots if I get enough hazards up. And again, to support Ursa a little bit. I've got a Focus Blast there for Gambit. And then obviously T-Wave to just help support Ursaluna. This game is about Ursaluna. I'm kind of putting all my eggs into one basket, which can go one way or the other, right? I can either, Ursaluna puts in a ton of work this week. I think Monkey Dory is also a really solid mon, so I don't necessarily think I'm putting my eggs entirely into one basket, but I think, yeah, this game can go one way or the other. I'm trying something a bit different this week. I thought, you know what? We'll give it a go, see what this kind of team does. I brought a very hyper-offensive team last week, so let's kind of see what a kind of slower team does for me this week. So yeah, we're rocking Lum for Dunsparce Glare, also Screamtail T-Wave, a lot of things I can do. Dragapult Willow, there's a couple of things that I've got there. So yeah, also Moltres Flame Body. So yeah, that's the team. We shall see how we get on. I'll let you guys get into the match very shortly. But yeah, thank you so much for watching the team builder. It's been DarudeLeafStorm, and enjoy the battle. Enjoy. And we're here with the battle. JJDL Week 2. We are taking on Star and the Pocket Monster University, I believe. So yeah, as you can see, this game is post-com, and the reason is my mic sounded horrendous. For some reason, my mic was just, I don't know. To be fair, I was messing with my mic throughout the week, as there was just a couple of problems with it. Nothing like major. It's a newish mic, so I'm just kind of still figuring out how to do all the settings with it, and just finding the right thing for me. I thought I had it, but then I think my pop filter was out of place or something. But yeah, the quality was awful, to be honest with you. So I'm not going to put you guys through that. Instead, we're just going to post-com it. I'm not a huge fan of post-com, as you don't get my live reactions. However, we will make do with what we can. So you've seen the team builder. Hopefully you know what we're bringing. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it first of all. But if you really don't want to, it's fine. You can kind of see here what we're bringing. We have got the Ursaluna, which is our main source of damage this week. We've got Lumberry Darkrai with T-Wave support. We've got Spikes, Rocks, 2 attacks, Furry. We've got Flip, kind of Wishbot, Aloe, not Aloe, Vape. I'm still on the Aloe brain. And we've got Florges. And AV Monkey Dory, obviously. So we see the Taunt first slot. I'm not surprised. It's really solid into my team. Screamtail's there, Pult's there, Pert's there, Dodon's there, Keldeo's there. No, not many surprises here, to be honest with you. Like I say, Moltres could have come. Yeah, I'm kind of looking at this team. I'm expecting kind of Helmet, Scream. I'm expecting some sort of like Spadef, Pert maybe. If not, I think the other way around. I think Screamtail with T-Wave support makes a lot of sense for Darkrai. So yeah, we are going to lead off with Monkey Dory. Main reason being is that I kind of want to get my Tera off straight away. And here, I think, to be honest, I make a bit of a misplay, right? So I think I make a misplay turn 1, but I am going to just calc this real quick, just to make sure I'm not giving you guys any false information. So, We obviously frisk the Rocky Helmet on the Pert, right? So in my head, you know, Pert's very strong into my team, right? An Earthquake Missile, I mean, maybe not, right? So, Grass Knot, I obviously have that on my Monkey Dory set. If he's just max HP, it has like it's a less than 50% chance at Oko, right? But maybe I should have gone for it. I don't know, to be honest with you, on this particular play. Monkey Dory's really solid into Star's team. I think it really opens some doors for Ursaluna, particularly, as he doesn't really have a lot to necessarily revenge Ursa. He bought a bulkier team than I very much expected, so I think that Ursa looked solid this game. As long as I had something around for Keldeo and potential specs pull, I think trading Monkey Dory for this mon actually would not have been bad at all. However, I am going to swap, and I'm going to go out to Vape. I believe is what I clicked. It should be what I clicked, but let me just make sure that's the case. Oh no, go on to Thugs. The reason I went on to Thugs is because I wanted to get my hazards up like straight away. If he clicked Flip, I'm not like too fussed about it. So he's going to withdraw, and he goes out into Professor Sheriff, the Dunsparce. So if I click Grass Knot, there was a chance that I got a Toxic Chain on this mon, which would have been massive. So here I'm looking at my team, and I'm not sure what this Dodon wants to do. I'm assuming a Glare. I'm assuming Glare, Rocks, but also it could be Setup. It could be Coil, it could be Carmine. Like, Dodon could do literally anything. So you know what? I decide I'm just going to get my Rocks up. He goes for the Fire Blast and connects it, which, yeah, that's big. Gets down to our Sturdy, and he gets the burn. Now, necessarily, I wouldn't really be fussed about this. However, the thing that this does is it makes me lose a sack immediately. Like, on a 20% chance, like, I know it's not like, at the end of the day, Fortress itself wouldn't have done much, but it gave me a sack for something like another kill with Ursaluna. So I think overall, losing that mon like that to that burn is actually massive. Especially when I see Fire Blast, I kind of know that it's some sort of supported set. It's probably 2 attacks, Rocks and Roost, right? It's probably the set, or Glare and Roost. As soon as I see Fire Blast, I'm not really expecting it. I mean, it could be Carmine, Boom Burst, Fire Blast, Roost, but you know, I kind of get the situation. I know it's special, which immediately helps. I've got Florges, I've got Vape, which can take it on. I've got Monkey Dory, which can take it on. So I've got options, right? So yeah, so here I am going to go out into Monkey Dory. As I said, it's got a really solid offensive matchup. We see it's got lefties as well on this play. I am going to Tera. I need it for the Torn. I don't know what kind of Torn it is, but we have got Rocks up, so if it's anything other than Boots, it's not going to have as many turns, and with me having Wish support, that definitely helps out with having Monkey Dory Terra'd here. So I'm feeling okay. I think at the end of the day, I don't know what I would have done that next turn. I probably would have gone into Florg, to be honest with you, but I don't know. I obviously can't say that here and now. If I went onto Florg, I could have got a BP off and got in potentially Ursaluna, but we shall see. I am going to Terra Electric my Monkey Dory. He is going to stay in, and we do go for the Sludge Wave, praying for some type of poison, but we don't get it. Goes for the Headbutt, and look how much damage it does. This mon's wild. The fact that Headbutt did so much, crazy. So yeah, so we see that it's Headbutt. We see that it's like a mixed variant. You see my cursor on the screen too, which is wild. But yeah, that Headbutt did a solid amount, and I'm not feeling great about that. Obviously, didn't get the Toxic Chain from the Sludge Wave into the Toxic Chain, so we didn't get either Poison. I was just kind of hoping. I nearly forfeited here, which would have been wild. Yeah, the Dodon was already causing me issues, and I need it kind of weakened. But now I've seen Headbutt and Fire Blast, I know that he's not set up, right? I pretty much know that he's not set up, and he's not going to go for Glare on my Monkey Dory. Chances are he's probably going to go for Roost, or he's going to withdraw. So here, I go into my Ursaluna. I need to get the mon in. I'm 1 down already, so I need to start claiming some kills, getting some pressure as soon as I can, really. So it's exactly what I'm going to do. We are going to withdraw Munkidori. It's still at a decent amount of health, so it can still take on Torn. And we are going to bring in Tara, our Ursaluna. And we kind of see what this goes for. He's going to withdraw. And he's going to go out into... who are you? I cannot remember, actually. Keldeo. He's going to go out into Keldeo. So, yeah. So, I was confused by this, to be honest with you. Obviously, I had Munkidori in. If I clicked Sludge Wave, that would have been massive, right? So, I was confused by this. I can't lie to you. It makes sense later on. But, yeah, a little bit confused by this play. So, here, I am going to go out into Florges first. Kind of see what kind of set this is in case it's like sub or something like that. He is going to double out into the Dunsparce, which is a really solid play by him. Again, it makes sense why he made this play later on in the game. I'll tell you when it happens. But yeah, so I'm thinking, okay, this man's making some plays, but I'm still feeling confident. I mean, at the end of the day, Ursaluna still looks really solid into his team. Also, sorry, I should mention, his Dunsparce is Terra Water. His Tornadus is Terra Flying. Again, no surprises there. I mean, Terra Water, Dunsparce, obviously, it could have been anything. And I'm not expecting it to Terra, to be honest with you. I'm fully expecting the Tornadus too. But anyway, we've got Florges versus the Dunsparce here. And now I'm kind of not feeling it because he's got Headbutt and I have ran a slow Florges. A very slow Florges. But I kind of know that this mon can give me Ursaluna, so that's exactly what I'm going to go into. Reveals Toxic. And that is super scary. Like, it's not great. However, the good thing about this is that my Ursaluna is pretty much a very free switching into this mon. Near enough every time. Here, I'm going to go for Headlong Rush. It's super free into his team. There's not really, like, a designated switch into this. Is going to sack off the Keldeo, and this is where the Munkidori play makes sense, as I did find out after the game that I believe his Keldeo just gen with like one move or something like that. It gened in really wrong, so he said it was a pretty easy sack to Ursaluna, which makes sense why he made the play from Munkidori with the Dunsparce into Keldeo. So it's point. So in comes Swampert. Obviously, it makes a lot of sense. I'm expecting a flip turn here, to be honest with you. Either a flip turn, a surf, something like that. I think Ursaluna's a solid threat into his team. But we can kind of see what he goes for. So I am going to go out into Vape on this play. I think it's pretty obvious at the end of the day. It is an obvious play. But I think it's a play that just makes sense in the position I'm in right now. You know, Keldeo's down, which is a huge threat to my team. Obviously, I didn't know the set at this point, but yeah, my man clicked Stealth Rocks, which, you know, it's a solid aggressive play. I can't lie to you. It obviously works out here. If I clicked Headlong Rush, which, in all fairness to him, I probably would never have clicked. I mean, if I had Trailblaze, maybe I would have clicked it. I don't know how much that was doing from that point. Trailblaze. I mean, it was doing like 70%, but if I got like the Trailblazers up, it could have been very scary. However, it didn't happen. He gets rocks up, so very solid for him. I go for the Wish. Here, maybe I should have clicked the... Excuse me, sorry. Maybe I should have clicked Flip. If I clicked Flip, I claim another with Ursaluna here, right? So, maybe I should have clicked Flip. However, I did not. And I am just going to go hard into Ursa here. It's my play. It's honestly, it's the best play I could make, for sure. As I've got my Wish up. But, like I say, I just wanted Ursa as healthy as possible, right? It was my idea, and that's why I went for the Wish. But I think I should have stayed on the aggressive, gone for the flip, and see what happens from there. I was kind of scared of him just staying in, but obviously I might have Scald, so it doesn't make sense for him to stay in. And he is going to double out, and he's going to go out into Swampert, which is a really nice play. And like I say, definitely if I flip there, I claimed one with Ursa. So I'm annoyed about that, I can't lie. But it swings and roundabouts, right? So we are going to bring in Ursa. It's a very solid play, like I said, by my opponent, by Star. And yeah, you know, he's making some doubles. I think he's definitely in a position where, not that he necessarily has to, but I think he can't let this Ursaluna come in too many times because this mon's a really big threat into his team. Here, I really debated on clicking Facade. I know if there's a defensive set, I outspeed him. And obviously, we see that he makes the aggressive plays, so he probably didn't expect me to stay in. But I think in this situation that I'm in right now, I've got all my mons are really healthy. Apart from, I guess you can say Monkey Dory, but I mean, it's still at a decent spot. So I am just going to go back into Vape. It stops the flip, and if I catch him on the flip, I get a flip myself, and then I get my kill on Ursaluna. So yeah, he is going to go for EQ this time, however, and he is going to do a really nice chunk to my Vape. With the rocks, it's definitely chipping it down. But yeah, I am going to go for the Wish here. I want to keep this mon healthy for sure. He's going to go for a knockoff, which is really nice for him because it kind of forces me to stay in. I don't really have another play. I need my Vape healthy for this mon in particular. But maybe I should have stayed on the aggressive and tried to get Ursaluna in. I am just going to go for the Raw. I feel like it's a fine play. If he swaps out, which I think makes sense. He doesn't know my last two moves. I could be Scald and Scald this mon right now, and it's a really solid mon into my Ursa. So he is going to go out into the Dunsparce. We are going to Raw that mon out, which is huge. We're keeping this thing low, which is very big for Monkey Dory in the late game. So we are going to Raw it out, and we can see what comes in here. And that mon is going to be the Tornadus. But we see that it's Boots, and on this play, I'm scared. This mon's wild. I don't know if this is Specs. I don't know if this is Scarfed. I know it's Terra Flying. It could be Nasty. Sorry, I obviously know it's not Specs or Scarf now. I know it's Boots. So I'm expecting Nasty Plot. I think Nasty Plot makes a ton of sense. I think it could be Nasty Plot Tailwind. There's a lot of things that this mon could be, and I'm scared of them all. So here I'm really debating on my move. Like, I'm shitting myself, to be honest with you. This mon is very scary. However, Monkey Dory can take near enough every hit this mon wants to go for into another. So I am thinking about Monkey Dory as being my play, and then I can kind of pressure from there and kind of see what goes on. But at the same time, you know, it's scary. So we shall see what we do. We are going to go out into the Monkey Dory. I think it makes a lot of sense. Like I say, I can live 2 hits from this mon. So it's huge getting this mon in. But obviously I am getting chipped by these rocks, which is super, super annoying. Obviously we see that it's Boots. Oh, wait. I don't know what I'm talking about. I changed my Monkey Dory to Frisk. I'm silly. So yeah, no chance to get the Toxic Chain. So I just want to apologize for earlier with the Sludge Waves. Obviously it wasn't a 40% chance or whatever it was because I had Frisk, not Toxic Chain. Goes for the Bleak Wind here and misses. It's really unfortunate actually for him. It wouldn't have done a lot, don't get me wrong, especially now that I know he's Boots. But damage is damage, and these rocks are chipping me anyway, so that actually really sucks for him. So here I am going to go for the Psyshock. I think it's my best play overall. I don't think I think it hits everything super hard. I still don't really know what set this Swampert is. I'm assuming that it is defensive with the helmet. It makes sense. But I'm not 100% right. It could be some sort of weird Spadef mix set. So yeah, Psyshock's pretty free for me here. And that's exactly what I'm going to click. Exactly what I'm going to click. But we can kind of see what goes on here. The only thing I am scared of with Ursaluna specifically is definitely if he makes some sort of crazy double on my Ursaluna's Headlong, as Headlong is pretty free into every mon apart from this. So yeah, I am going to click Psyshock. He goes out into Dragapult. This play makes a lot of sense. Obviously I get the chip, which is nice, but I don't think necessarily he needs health on this mon. But yeah, this play makes a lot of sense as if he's banded or something like that, or if he's DD, if he's physical of any kind, he kind of threatens my monkey. He is going to double out into the Screamtail here, which is solid for him and honestly solid for me. I don't think this is bad for me at all as I get in my Florges, which is nice. And we can kind of see what is happening here. So, judging by the way he's playing, he probably thinks I'm Scarf, right? Because he went to Dragapult and then swapped out into this. So he probably thinks I'm Scarfed. Here, though, it's a pretty free BP on my end, to be honest with you. I don't really see a downside of BPing. He's going to go for the Wish, which is obviously nice for him. I get my BP off, which is really, really nice. And I believe I just got into Ursaluna. It kind of claims one from here. I think also Monkey would have been an okay play. I think Sludge Wave or Psyshock. I think Psyshock honestly would have been a really solid play to make in that situation. As if Swampert comes in, I honestly probably just Grass Knot at that point, as I have Florges for Torn. But yeah, here I click Gunk Shot. Reason being is the fact that I wanted the poison on this mon, to be honest with you, and I knew that he would get the health back from the Wish. And I didn't want to take Helmet Chip, to be honest with you. My Ursa is getting pretty low. Well, it would have been low after the helmet and everything, so I honestly went for the Gunk Shot Poison. Maybe necessarily I shouldn't have made that play, but I thought it was fine. I thought it was an okay play. Like I say, my Ursaluna set doesn't really do a whole lot if he's fully Fizz Death Swampert. And obviously he gets all the health back from the Wish. So I thought fishing for the poison there would have been big, especially with my Monkey Dory not being Toxic Chain. I can't really catch the Mon on a play like that. If he tries to go into on like a Psyshock or something like that. So we are going to withdraw Ursa out into Vaporeon. We've made this play quite a lot now, so I'm kind of expecting him to expect that. And I believe he just goes for an Earthquake, which he does. Makes a lot of sense, keeps the pressure on my vape. But, you know, we're still not in a bad spot. I'm going to go for the Wish here. It's kind of my only play, as he is going to withdraw. And he's going to go out into the Dunsparce, which is annoying because now he gets the Roost off. Here, it's a tough play, right? It's a very tough play for me. Maybe I should have flip turned on that last turn, getting Ursa and claim one. But it's a tough play. It definitely was a tough one for me, as I kind of have to have this Umbreon, this Vape healthy for Pert. I don't have a lot for it otherwise. I mean, necessarily, like, looking back at the game, I probably didn't, like, at the end of the day, Monkey Dory or Ursa both looked insane. Monkey Dory in particular looked insane once this Mon was gone, so I probably should have just kept on the pressure and just tried to get rid of this Mon, because, you know, he's got Swampert, which dies to Grass Knot, because I now know he's probably defensive. He's got Pull, which obviously can revenge it depending on the set, but I have a Florges in the back, so I shouldn't really be stressed about that Mon. And then he has obviously Screamtail, which I don't think dies to Sludge Wave, but I mean, what's it going to do back with me being AV, unless it's like physical with Psychic Fangs. And then the last Mon being, what am I missing? Torn, which obviously I can take hits depending on my health. So I think, honestly, I should have not played as slow here. I think I played too slow in that scenario, but I thought at the end of the day, this Dunsparce, I can kind of just get a kill on it with Ursaluna, so I'm not too stressed about it. So here I am going to wish into, oh no, sorry, I don't have a wish up, I just have my straight up Mon. And here I go out into Ursaluna. He makes a really solid play and goes out into Torn. And here you can see I take a sweet amount of time making my decision, for multiple reasons, you know. So here, all I've seen from this Mon is Bleak Wind, and I think that's important to take into consideration. I think in the game, I was so scared of Nasty Plot, right? Nasty Plot basically meant that if I sent Florges in, it would die. After rocks and after lefties, I would die to a +2 Bleak Wind. I believe. Let me just double check that. I mean, it's a strong mon, right? So, yeah, so I was very much debating on what to do in this particular situation. I was convinced that this mon was AV, with it being boots. I mean, not seeing any other move. I mean, to be fair, it could technically take a hit. I decide, however, to stay in with my Ursaluna, and he goes for the Bleak Wind Storm. I know I can live this, so that's not the issue. And I know I can kill Tornadus, right? So we do take the trade and we kill Tornadus, right? That's huge. It's an offensive, massive offensive threat into my team. However, the issue being, now that the Dunsparce is at full health, how do I break it? How? I mean, I've got to get I've basically got to get a knockoff on it with Darkrai, and I've got to T-Wave it, and I've got to try and, like, get lucky at this point. And I realized this as soon as I saw the Bleak Wind come out. I kind of knew that I was going to have trouble for the rest of this game. I was happy that the Torn was dead. At the end of the day, it's a really solid mon into my team. However, the Dunsparce comes in, and we see that it does outspeed me, so it's got a decent amount of speed in the mon, which I saw the team afterwards, and it definitely did. And I mean, at the same time, you know, the Dunsparce could have just flinched me to death. That definitely could have happened, but I am going to go out into Darkrai here. Obviously, he does not know my set. I am going to go for the knockoff as he brings in the Screamtail straight away. We do get a knockoff off on this mon, which is nice. Knock off the boots, and I am going to go... what am I going to do here? I actually can't. I think I go for T-Wave. Yeah, I go for T-Wave. I'm kind of expecting a Wish. I'm kind of expecting a T-Wave potentially. I don't really... Or Dazzling Gleam, all of which they don't really do a horrible amount. So I am going to go for T-Wave. I am going to miss, and he gets a BP off. So obviously that kind of sucks, not getting that T-Wave off on screen. As if he's like some sort of speedy investment, then Monkey Dory had a big shot of taking it on. I don't think this game is over by any means. I think if I position myself correctly, I think the Monkey Dory looks insane into the rest of his team. I am going to go out into my Vape on this Swampert play, as you can get that in now, and kind of just click Earthquake for free, which obviously is going to do. I believe I go for a Wish, trying to keep this mon healthy. I thought it made sense, as he exactly does that. I get my Wish up. I probably should have protected here. However, I do Roar just to kind of catch him on a switch, which he does not make, and now my Vape is in range of 2 Earthquakes after rocks, which obviously is not good at all. We roar in the pull and see that this is boots too. And obviously I have to go out into Florges. I don't really have another play here. So that is exactly what I'm going to do. I still don't know what this pull is going to do to me. I've not seen anything from it. So yeah, we do see a U-turn on this play. So again, I see boots, I see U-turn. I'm kind of expecting a Willow set at this point, but again, I'm not 100% sure. It's going to bring in the Dunsparce, and this is where it gets a little bit scary. And I kind of know that I have to get my Wish into Monkey Dory. That's kind of my win con at this point. He is going to go for a Toxic, and that's obviously scary as pull is looking stronger now, with my Florges like even a little bit chipped. So it definitely looks strong in the late game. But you know, I have got Darkrai, I've got Florges can still somewhat take it on, so I'm not too stressed. But the Dunsparce is looking scary and scarier by the minute. I am going to go hard into my Monkey Dory. He goes for the Headbutt, and it does a solid amount into my Monkey Dory. I don't get a huge amount of health back, but I mean, it's still health, right? So it's still health that I did not have before. So here, I actually can't remember what I did here. I have a feeling did I attack? No, I got into Darkrai here. So basically my plan was to kind of get a knockoff on this Mon and then kind of clean up with Munkidori. It was kind of the only thing I could go for here. I catch the Swampert here, which is obviously not what I wanted really. So I'm regretting that because if I would have just attacked, I would have been able to Side Shock into Grass Knot on this Swampert. And then he would have had to bring... What could he have brought in at that point? Probably the Dunsparce again. I'd have to go for Sludge Wave. So here I'm going to go for the knockoff just to get the damage off. As he is going to go for the EQ. Yeah, so my team's kind of crumbling apart from this point on. So, yeah, obviously I don't have my Darkrai. I am just going to go for Knock again to get some extra damage off. Maybe on that point I should have just sacked Vape. I don't think Vape was taking anything on at the health it was at. So maybe I should have just sacked Vape and took the damage. So I am going to go for Grass Knot. I'm going to pick up the Swampert, which is nice. And I'm not going to take the Helmet Chip, which is also nice. So yeah, I mean, at this point though, it's looking kind of rough. I've not got Darkrai. I've literally just got my 2 Wish Passes and Munkidori left. So it's all down to that. He is going to go out into Pull. And here, I kind of just have to go for it. I have to go for the kill on this Pull, kind of see what it goes for. It goes for the U-turn. So I'm going to get a Side Shock off on something, which is nice. It's really solid. And in comes the Scream Tail. So it's going to take the rocks. It's going to take the Side Shocks, which means that it's definitely in range of Sludge Wave, which is what I'm going to go for. And we do connect it. It's going to knock out Professor Pink, which is huge, right? So that's 2 kills for Munkidori. And Munkidori is kind of putting in some work in this late game. Which, you know, if I had Darkrai still around, there's potential here, right? So in comes the Pull again. I don't really know what it's going to go for. We have seen U-turn from this Mon, but that's literally it. So here I'm going to go into Vape. I'm going to sack that, and I'm basically going to try and get a Wish into my Munkidori to kind of like get it as my last resort, kind of kill everything, Mon. So here is going to go for the U-turn. Gets in the Dunsparce. I am going to go for the Wish. Oh my gosh. I am going to go for the Wish here. And he goes for the Headbutt and gets the flinch. Now, I can't say anything about this. It's a 30% chance. 30% chance? 40% chance? 40% chance maybe? I can't remember how much it is. 60% chance? It's something like that, right? How much actually is it? I can't remember. I know it's a decent chance anyway. Maybe 60%. Yeah, it's a 60% chance. So I can't really say anything about that. But, you know, if I got that Wish up, I could have protected. And then I could have tried to Wish flip into my Munkidori. Which I think would have had a really solid chance at getting something done in this endgame. But, because if I got a poison on this, like, it definitely struggled for sure. But, yeah, he is going to flinch my Florges. Actually, no, I think I got my Wish, but then it killed me with another. I didn't see the turn, to be honest with you. So yeah, I am going to click Side Shock here. And yeah, the Dunsparce is just going to put in the work, man. So we are going to fall 2-0 this week, which, you know, it's not a bad score at all, to be honest with you. I tried something new. And I honestly think my team was not bad here. I think... maybe, obviously, Headbutt was a brilliant bring. It really did wonders into my bulkier Mons. Dunsparce in general was a really good bring. I think, obviously, the big term was me sacking Ursaluna. I think that was definitely a 50... not really a 50-50 on his end, to be honest. Turns out after the game, it wasn't even Nasty Plot. So I was overthinking a set that didn't even come. Which sucks, right? Obviously sucks. But it's one of those things at the end of the day. I'm going to put this on so it's a bit of a brighter screen for you guys. But it's one of those things. You gotta make plays sometimes, and I took a gamble on a play and it didn't work out for me. So I don't think necessarily anyone outplayed the other. I think Star made a lot of doubles, which really worked out for him. And I think he played solid, but I don't think I played bad this game is what I'm trying to say. I think I played to my outs. I think maybe I could have made a couple of plays different. I think maybe I kind of let Swampert sit there a bit too long. I think I should have applied more pressure earlier on. with the likes of Darkrai, with the likes of Monkey Dory. I think I should have played them a bit more aggressively, but obviously I was scared of Tornadus, which I ended just killing with my offensive one anyway. So yeah, you know, we live and we learn, and at the end of the day, Star is someone very solid battler, and we learn from this. Like I say, it's all these mons are near enough brand new for me. I've not really played with any of them. Like Florges, I've obviously played with in the past. Vape I played with in the past, but I've not played them in this metagame. I've not played them in this sort of team format. I've not used Darkrai, I've not used Ursaluna, I've not used Monkey Dory, so I'm still trying to figure it out, right? So yeah, I don't think it's a bad loss to take at all this week. I think we both played really well. I think it was a solid game. I think it could have gone either way. I think it could have made a couple of plays different, but yeah, GG's again to Star, really solid game, and I hopefully look forward to seeing you in a potential playoff game, so that'll be nice, a nice little rematch. But yeah guys, thank you so much for watching. It's been DarudeLeafStorm, and I'll see you all later. Bye guys.